twin, we just call me love a friend. I guess it is what it is. Hey, tell me what's going on. Yeah. Girl, this may not be your favorite song. Cause baby, every week you switch up. Switch. So
all right, so we're back. Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, episode number 7. This is Stay in Your Lane. Let's go ahead and get to it, babe.
So at the top of the show, we got Rock. She's leaving the hospital. She got her head on a swivel. And she also has a driver, which we have not seen before. Usually it's her driving herself around. We see Lou. He out telling the dude who shot Scrap. And then we see Marvin. He's watching the gas station play, which is a very clever way I've never seen in a TV show before of like...
They do it all the time. They did it in The Wire. It was just differently done.
With
chocolate? It wasn't necessarily with chocolate, but they do something clever where they do an exchange, but it don't be drugs first. Mm-hmm. And then they end up taking it to another person. And if they know what to exchange with that person, then they'll get the drugs.
Oh, okay.
So they do the money exchange for something to hold, like
a Snickers bar
decoy, for example. Yeah.
Oh, never seen that. Never paid.
That's so if they do get, you know what I'm saying, in a jam with someone like a cop or something, then he'll be like, nigga, I just sold you a fucking Snickers, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you ain't got no drugs. You just got a money exchange.
True. So Lou is a terrible shot. He following the dude. God. He see him walking down the street with his girl. They go to the house. They getting it in. Lou sneaking to the house.
Had this nigga dead to rights.
He got a semi-automatic.
Tech 9.
Or is it an automatic?
It's a semi-automatic.
Okay, it's a semi-automatic. As soon as you pull the trigger, the shots ring off. All you got to do is aim.
Submachine gun. But anyway, yeah.
But I'm just like... all these bullets and you ain't shooting nobody. You ain't. It wasn't a ricochet that shot him.
I thought he was gonna hit the girl, but he didn't hit her ass.
I was just like, and literally he had a clean shot. It was crazy. I was like, dude, I hate when they do this in movies and TV shows.
But it's realistic though. A lot of times niggas in the hood don't know how to shoot and hit.
True, but I'm also thinking bullets bounce. One of them ain't grazed his Achilles. Like, Jesus. So, old dude ends up jumping out the window, running butt naked with a robe on down the street.
Running for
his dear life. I was like, this is giving me Forrest Gump when he ran out of them braces.
I was running.
Yes. So, we see old dude running down the street. Then it flashes to Kanan finally meeting with Rock, and he's all antsy outside of a restaurant. He feeling bad. Like, I just don't understand Kanan at all, because one moment he's like
hardcore trying to be you,
and I'm in the streets and I'm cooking crack.
You know who I am.
And the next minute he like,
oh man, is it gonna be okay? And
Mommy,
what are we gonna do? And,
I'm just like, boy, are you a man or you a child? You can't be a man child. This is not this ain't the play. So he's worried about Scrap, and Rock is like, look, Scrap good. He's a soldier. He's strong. He know what this street life entails. He lost the eye and the kidney, but he gonna be all right.
I said, damn, this nigga gonna be walking with the slow bop.
I say he lost the eye and the kidney, but he okay? That's not okay. He might have to be
patch and a wooden leg.
He might have to be on dialysis for the rest of his life.
Shit, no.
If he lose a kidney,
Brittany, people give kidneys away.
You better hope he can get one.
I'm saying people live with just one kidney.
Okay. Anywho, Kanan drags her into the restaurant, and there we see that he's with that bitch. He done bought Davina. That bitch.
Oh, the bitch.
He done bought Davina to the nicest, the fittest of restaurants.
And it was Davina with the bullshit.
Exactly. He done bought Davina to the fittest of restaurants, and actually surprised Rock with Symphony, who she won't hear for the surprises.
She like, as soon as she said that, she saw that nigga. Nope.
Right. She hit the J Lee. Nope. She got up. She got her purse, her little jacket, stormed out, and I'm just like,
Tiffany like, I got it, man.
I'm just like, oh God, Rock know that Davina was the one. That's the whole. I was thinking the whole time
she was cool with beating Davina.
Yeah, she's cool with a lot of people.
Oh well.
And then she shoot them or get somebody to shoot them or beat them up. So the whole time, literally, I said, I think Rock's going to find out about Davina if Scrap hasn't already told her. That's the first thing that popped into my mind. I won't think about Symphony. He followed her out the restaurant. He's like, I have a confession. I love Hall & Oates. That's the only secret that I've kept from anyone, and now you know all my secrets. I'm like,
and then
I'm not
proceeds to start singing Hall & Oates, and that nigga can't.
Sarah Smile is hard though, bruh. It's a beautiful song.
It's a beautiful song, but nigga, he couldn't hit not one of them motherfuckers. No, you can at least hit one of them.
He can hold a note if you gave him a pound.
That nigga.
He won't go hit the. Why you gonna take him to the high part?
He was singing the falsetto.
Anywho, Rock was like, cool on the singing. Maybe, I'll give you another chance. Let's go in, have dinner with Kanan and Davina. Davina tells Kanan, they have a good dinner. At the end, Kanan and both Symphony reach for the check. And I'm like, okay. Treating them to a little din.
I knew the first thing that was going to happen was later on in this episode that Rock was going to bring back, where you get money to pay for the check for? Because this is
the finis.
The finis of restaurants.
So I was just like, I ain't even think about that. I was just like, Kanan was going to pay. He was going to do something positive. That's the only thing that I thought about.
Start troubles.
Right. And I was like, okay, whatever. So, you see them in the night. The driver ended up taking Davina and Kanan home, and Symphony and Rock are going to walk to his place or just take a stroll. Go listen to some jazz. I don't know.
It hit me.
What?
Why was Rock coming out of the hospital?
She went to visit Scrap.
Oh, okay. True.
What hit you?
Never mind. I was like,
don't.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. So, anywho, they had a cute little banter before they got in the car. It was cute or whatever. It was nice to see Rock a little bit more relaxed. It was nice to see.
Remember I told you never come in between my son? You better come in between them now because I'm going to kill him. Yeah, let me get up out of here.
She was not talking like that. What accent is this?
Man, let me get up out of here before my mom kills me. Never mind. That felt like that's how she was talking.
Horrible reenactment.
It was terrible. Like the way it was just fake. Like you can tell it was fake. Hey, remember how I told you to never come in between me and my son? It was. They all sound like some goddamn Mike Tyson.
Anywho, it was nice to see them not being in a moment of tension with each other. So I'm like, okay,
everybody's happy.
Cool. We know it's gonna end with some BS.
What's funny though is Davina didn't seem all that happy though.
Davina's never happy. She has not been happy. Would you be happy?
She lives in the hood and she's raising her baby sister.
Would you be happy if your mom was on crack rock and all you wanted her to do was to come back home?
Just come back home.
What would you do if your mama won't home and you crying alone on the bedroom floor because you're hungry? And the only way to feed your sister is to sleep with a fake drug dealer for a little bit of money, groceries.
And your daddy gone.
He didn't even get her money. He gave her groceries, bro. So she not living a life of bliss. The fitness of restaurants did not mean nothing to her. She had to go pick up that baby.
And the damn babysitter was about to leave the baby out on the curb and she was there a second earlier.
So the driver takes them home. Kanan's trying to sweet talk her. He's trying to come in, I guess, for round 2. And like you said, the next door neighbor, Davina, you better come get this baby.
Right.
I gotta go to sleep.
Right.
And your mama should be here. I was like, how's she gonna be mad? that the girl mama ain't there. She don't control her mama. Davina like, oh yeah, well she's
just down south
handling some family business. I said CPS is gonna come and
so this that generational curse shit. This that generational curse shit. Trying to keep up face value or whatever. You know
she don't want her sister to get taken. That's not a curse. She don't want her sister to get taken. I understand that. Put in the system.
But it be plenty of times where everybody know what the fuck going on. And y'all be in here making up all these goddamn lies and shit.
Evidently the neighbor didn't know what was going on. So Davina's basically like, look, chill on that. I gotta get my sister to bed. And mind you, I heard Famous song. He talking like he knows something. And here go Kanan.
Like 4 quarters and 2 dimes.
He like Famous ain't in the
about
game.
That life.
He ain't about that life. She was like, yeah, but you are. And I'm just like, here we go.
She already know, bro. She already knows she's gonna get you killed.
I don't understand why he keeps trying to push himself in this relationship with her when the circumstances around him, she don't be interested.
It's other girls with baby hair and braids.
I ain't seen this.
It's other girls that's out here raising their baby sister.
I ain't seen this girl be interested in him at all.
Not once.
At all. And I'm just like, whatever. You like it. I love it.
I think she do be interested in him sometimes, but in the back of her mind, she's just like, I can't believe I'm out here
with this square,
with this nigga who killed my true love, my first love. It ain't even that he a square. Cause I mean, they were friends first, but it's just the idea.
They friends? Or did they know each other?
No, they were friends.
Okay.
Like they've been friends since kindergarten. You gotta
be friends first.
They were friends since like kindergarten or whatever, but she just never gave him no play. It'd be the same way you have a crush on someone since childhood, but she ain't never looked at you like that. Okay. Happens all the time, especially dudes.
So Lou, Rock, and Marvin are together at the ghetto penthouse, and they're updating, briefing, having a little meeting. Lou is like,
what was Marv eating? He wasn't eating this time.
He was eating chips.
Damn.
He was like, so Lou was like, yo, I heard Neat got a new operation on some gas stations. And Rock was like, word? Mark was like, oh no, I ain't heard that. And he put his head down super quick. I said, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time.
Before she finds out and whoop your ass.
Exactly. Then we flash to Kanan. He runs up on Famous at the arcade. And he's basically like, yo, the song that you got is telling everybody business that they don't need to know. And this, that, and the third. And Famous like, dude, chill. It's a song. It's a made up story. For all people know, this not even how what happened. This ain't even about what happened. I said they might as well just be speaking pig Latin. Because they was trying to talk in code. But it was, to me, plain as day, like, whatever. Anywho, Famous ends up like calming Kanan down, and he's like, like I guess he's rationalizing like I'm only acting this way because I know the real. Like people can think that this is a facade the same way. Like he's like Famous said, all other rappers do. They talk about hood stories, insert themselves in a situation, or make it just a random hood tale. Mm-hmm. So he's like. He was more concerned about the fact that the song is going up and Crown is about to put him in circles where, something can really pop off with his music situation. Then we flash to Kanan. He is at another trap house with his Uncle Marvin's crew, and they sitting there. And he's like, dude telling him, like, we low. Like, this is pretty much all we got left. So, the guy, Kanan was like, just stretch it, step on it. He was like, yo, it done been stepped on. Oh, everybody in this daggone, I'm about to say, everybody in this show, it gotta make lemonade out of lemons with this coat. Because it's just like, you say make lemonade out of tangerines. Right. With this coat, because ain't nobody got enough. I'm like, it's 50,000 crackheads. How y'all gonna feed these people? But they figured it out.
Put some fake shit in it.
Old dude pulled a Ziploc bag, some Cinder Williams I don't even know what that is.
I thought he called it Luau Cinder.
No, Luau, shut up. He said it's some Cinder Williams.
You don't even know who Luau Cinder is. You do?
Yes. That his cousin from wherever his cousin
respect.
sent to him. And dude was like, we don't even know what's in it. We don't even know how it's going to be. So Kanan like, I'm the man. Do you know who my mom is? He puffed his chest. He flexed.
Like, this is my motherfucking idea.
He flexed his little mom card in their face. And they just like, they about the money. So
dude
they
looked
like,
at him like,
okay, whatever.
You about to fuck this shit up.
I feel like the dude who was sitting straight ahead was exactly what you said. He knew that this wasn't a good idea, but who am I to say no to Rock's son? He's like, go ahead and hit your head.
And I'm cooking. Hand me that shit.
Right.
Like, why does nigga want to cook so bad? Like, nigga, labor.
Chef Boyardee.
It reminds me of when I was younger, and my mom would tell me all the time, she's like, you want to get a job making the most money, doing the least amount of work possible. I'm like, no, I want to go work at McDonald's. I was a fucking idiot. I just thought it was cool to work as a teenager.
Something's going to remind me of myself. I'm like, nigga, do tell.
What
were you cooking crack?
No, I ain't talking about that.
The way you looped that in, I was just like, is this a story you want to tell on camera?
No, but it was just like, I really wanted to get my hands dirty until I actually did go work at a fast food joint.
You worked at McDonald's?
No,
I didn't know that.
I worked at Long John Silver's.
Oh, yeah, you told me that.
And that shit was the fucking pits, bro. Like, I worked for every goddamn dime that they didn't pay me. Oh, my God, bro. I used to come home, my feet was smoking, Jack. And I was just like, bro, for that little $7.50, it wasn't even that much, bro.
This is not about you. This is about Kanan.
But anyway, though.
But you digress.
I digress.
So, Kanan cooks it. They vial it up.
Yeah, they laughing and joking and shit.
Voila,
money,
we got Mo Better Blue. So, we flash to Rock at the bodega. She's talking to Tina. Tina has not been battered as of late because her face is clear. And I'm like, okay.
Clean and clear and under control.
They stepped it up another notch and gave Tina some lines. And I was here for it. So, Tina's like, look, I got my cousin. This is his number. I mean, this is the place he want to meet you at. And I know why you chose this place, but also know why I chose you. Basically, I scratch your back, you scratch mine. You're a powerful woman, and I know how men treat us women in this world. So it kind of takes Rock aback because, like I say, Tina don't really talk. And Rock was like, right. Rock was like, well, let me know when the moment comes I can help you. And then Tina just stares out into the yonder. And I'm like, free. I'm like, oh, when this lady pack her bag, Rock gonna take her I want Rock to take her under her wing so bad. But we'll see. I'm not gonna get ahead of myself. Because people can die in this show at every turn. So I'm not even going to get attached to that idea. She's plotting her freedom, and that's enough for me right now. Then we flash to Detective Howard. He pulls up on Kanan, and Kanan is at the front door with Juke. Juke's trying to go in because she had just came from the mall, trying on dresses, none of which she liked. She saw something in the men's section. Obviously, she picks it out, goes to Kanan's house to see if she can change there later, and nobody's home.
Kanan walking down the street flipping the damn vial of crack like it's a damn quarter. Like whistling and shit. What is wrong with this boy?
Detective Howard pulls up, and Kanan gives Juke the keys for later, and also daps her up and gives her, I don't know how this works,
the vial, and
gives her the vial. He pulls Kanan to the side and basically is like, again, ask your moms about me. And I'm just like, just tell the boy. Because you doing all this.
And then
Rock is not going to tell him.
I'm just checking up on him. You know, the children are our future.
when Ricky asked, what is your obsession with this kid? And I'm just like, thank you. Thank you.
You got to check up on this boy.
All right, Paul. So they out in the field giving testers, yelling, "Mo better blue, Mo better blue." All the crackheads come scaring away. And
Testers.
they're just very excited about the new stuff. Then we flash to Juke. She is with Nicole. They're walking hand in hand through Central Park. They're making out under the bridge. Beautiful, beautiful moments. And they're going over their plan for the debutante. Nicole gonna go to the ball. Excuse me. Nicole's gonna go to the ball with the dude that she's intended to go with. She gonna ditch him. They gonna meet across the street at the bench. She's gonna bring Juke to the ball. They're gonna have a wonderful night together.
Juke ain't gonna be the only black person in there?
Probably
Maybe not.
They're gonna have a wonderful night together. All is well. Nicole sees a pretzel stand. She really wants a pretzel. Juke is like, my boosting money.
I got you.
It's your boosting money. I'll buy you a pretzel. So when Juke goes to get the pretzel, Nicole takes out an envelope with her name, with Laverne's name on it, hearts all around it, a cute little love note, slides it in her book bag. When she's putting that in her book bag, she finds the vial of Mo Better Blue.
Oh, it broke my heart.
And as soon as she pulled that out and looked around, I was like, and we got another one dead. R.I.P. So, yeah, it was just, I was like, sis got a habit. It's horrible. Then we flash to two of the crackheads in the crack house. One of them's listening to Babyface. Whoop a Pill. This is his
First
jam.
off, they've been playing a lot of Babyface.
Yes, he is setting the mode
In the
mood just right to get high. His friend, he takes it out, put it in a little vial, put it to his lips, inhale. He has a sigh of relief.
That sound like he
Then all of a
from
sudden,
the inside.
it sounds like gurgling and just, I don't know how to explain the sound. And the dude is like, "Oh, it's like that."
I
now
said,
you out here trying to be
you
stingy.
literally saw this nigga fucking
He didn't know he was dying.
ice
He
cold.
was just high.
Bro, it sounded like that nigga froze from the inside out. He said, and that nigga said, "Oh, it's like that." Pass that shit. Like,
So he smokes it and immediately regrets it because he then freezes from the inside out and he's just laying there lifeless. And I'm just like,
this nigga
crack
Kanan
really did a number on the hood, and Kanan is about to kill half the customers.
damn hood.
Their whole operation is going down. So
The boy can't get right. He just a fuck up.
horrible. So then you see Marvin. He's storming into the not storming. He's pulling up to the curb of Rock's house, looking at Kanan like, "Get in." Kanan like, "Yo, what's up? What's good?" He's like, "Nigga, get in." Kanan can barely get his foot.
Meanwhile, he has old boy with him in the passenger seat.
Yeah. Mean crack guy.
Mean crack guy.
Yeah, he was mean to Kanan.
Mean crack guy. That was the best fucking bitch.
I don't know this nigga name.
The dude that was cooking crack with him or whatever
He
that
wasn't
was
cooking.
skeptical. He was
Skeptical crack guy then.
Whatever.
So he got skeptical crack guy in the front seat. Kanan can barely close the door with his foot out before Luke pulls off. Before Marvin pulls off. You know he's pissed. They take him to this house. They walk in. Kanan looking around like he in a museum. And then he starts noticing, ain't nobody moving.
Everybody here dead.
They go to the back, except for one dude. He was still alive. They go to the back room, and immediately I bust out laughing. And I don't laugh because of the situation. I laugh at the fact that this nigga radio is still playing. But then I'm like, well, who was going to turn it off?
What the fuck you supposed to say? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm dead, but
So I was just like, not the radio still playing. Marvin, this is the first time I've really ever seen Marvin understand why Rock doesn't want Kanan around. Because he's effing up at every single turn.
God doggone thing that's happening.
So Marvin is like, yo, all these niggas is dead. You done killed half the clientele. He was like,
Crack
the
is supposed
whole
to kill
business
people.
model of crack is it takes you to the edge, but it don't push
Or
you
you
over.
willing to sell everything that ain't nailed down.
He said you gotta keep getting high. You stealing everything that ain't nailed down. You're selling it to keep chasing the high. You can't chase the high if the high killed you. He was like, so we shutting everything down. We shutting down the highway. We daggone sure ain't telling Rock. And he was like, he was just thinking like, bro, if we would have gave this straight to the white people and all these white people would have showed up dead, we would have been under the jail.
He said, give him an electric chair.
And I was just like, this is why Rock keep telling you to leave Kanan where he is, but you don't want to listen. So this is what you get. Rest in peace to them people. Rock meets Tina's cousin at a boxing match, and basically she's trying to butter him up, trying to get him to become the new distro. She's sitting here trying to talk business. Lou is behind her with another dude that the distro is cool with, and he's like, yo, I love the new song. I was at the showcase. My cousin or my homie, whoever, he was there, and he started rapping the words, the streets need a body. And Lou is like, he's proud, he's feeling himself. So Rock's trying to sweet talk the distro, and he not really having it. He basically tells her, like, you know, I like your operation. I wouldn't have took the meeting had I not been interested. She was like, okay, cool, let's talk numbers. And he was like, I have my people call your people, basically. And gets up and just walks away. And it was just funny, the duality of Rock sitting there looking like,
well then,
like she had been played. And then right behind her was Lou still smiling because he got some respect for his music industry stuff. And that's kind of what he's been desiring this whole time. I was like, I'm definitely ready to see like this whole music part of him play out. Then we see Rock apologizing to Symphony. Well, actually we see Rock and she just having sex with Symphony. He's trying to take it slow and have love making, and she just trying to get fucked.
Basically, because she wanted to be in control of something.
That's what I feel. I felt like it was a whole power play. After their intercourse exchange,
if you will,
they have a conversation, and Rock is basically like, I overreacted for Kanan.
Banged her into an apology.
He was like, I overreacted with Kanan.
Light skin to do you.
Then she started just being weird, like
real soft.
What do you see in your future?
She was like, Kanan,
be a great dad.
Well, you gotta tell it like how she said it.
Go ahead.
She was like, you know, I overreacted about, you know, the situation with Kanan. What it is that he trusts you, and you know what I'm saying, you'll make a great father. And she was like, have you ever thought about children? And
it was very
like,
just.
And he was like,
weird.
oh, you know, and he was like, well, you know, what
He's
did
like,
he
said it depends
who
on who.
Kids with,
no, he said it depends on who the mother is.
Yeah.
And she was like,
what about me?
What about me? I'm like,
oh, she got real soft. My nigga must have put it on her, but boom.
I'm not here.
Boom, boom.
I'm not here for it.
I'm just saying, like, nigga, for a nigga
I don't
to be
want
talking like that.
to be with her. He deserves better in my book.
Damn, she actually really likes him.
She can like him.
She's not bad.
She not bad.
She's a drug dealer.
She got a whole son whose aim in life is to be a drug lord.
This is true. Meanwhile, I'm in here trying to get my master's.
Right. And rebuild the city.
And rebuild New York.
The children are the future, Bruce. So, she's already thinking of an exit plan, which I ain't never see that coming. I just thought she was gonna do this until she got locked up or died. But, you know, it is what it is. Next we see Neek
I think it was because Kanan called her old. It had something to do with that. And she was like, I'm a young mother. Remember how she had said all that? I think that's what it kind of had something to do with. It had her thinking.
Maybe. Next we see Neek. He pops up on Lou at Lamont's diner to chat, and Lou basically reminds him like, this is Switzerland. He was like, "Nah, I just came to talk." He paid for Lou's sandwich. They sit down, they have a chat, and he tried to get Lou to flip. He's like, "I know, you one of the smartest dudes on her team. You loyal, and I'm gonna only offer you this once before things go really, really left."
Now, mind you, he has his henchman with him.
Yeah.
That happened to be the same guy that Lou missed every goddamn shot on. And that was running down the damn road,
naked,
holding his goddamn nuts, trying to make sure he didn't get shot in the ass. So, what?
You put 20 on.
I'm just saying, because he was bucket niggas. Fuck it. All right, you can edit that out. Whatever.
No, we keeping it.
No, because you always be playing me.
I ain't
like you ain't about to play me on national TV.
So, anywho,
I'll just shut up and just.
No, you can add. You can add. So, they're sitting there talking, and basically, Neek is trying to get him to flip sides, and of course, we never expect Lou to do this. He's sitting there, he's eating a sandwich. He offers Neek some. It's a whole bunch of nice, nasty politeness happening, and I'm here for all of it. Then he basically tells Neek over his dead body that he will never switch sides because, in his words, he don't rock with bitch ass niggas. And he buttoned
you
up.
You my friend? Bitch ass.
Right. He wrapped up the rest of the sandwich. He put it in his bag. He thanked him for the sandwich, and not first without talking about the other dude in a way where he was just like, "Oh, that was you that night?" Here he go, pull his gun out, and Lou know he not gonna shoot him, cause Neek got too much respect for the game. Like he respects the rules, and he tells him to put his gun away. Lou just stands there, and then Neek tells the dude to move out the way, and Lou walks out of the diner with his other half of the sandwich. And then I swear Joey gets the best lines in this show. He was like, "Now that's a riddle wrapped in a nigga." And I died laughing. I was like, that's a great play on words. Then we flash to Rock. She catches Juke in Kanan's room doing the Smooth Criminal and getting ready for the ball. Juke basically comes out to Rock, and the whole time she's talking, her shoulders are up. She's really stiff. She's holding her breath, and Rock is just like looking at her all dotingly, and she's like, "Yo, I'm not Marvin. I want you to be happy, and I want you to be you." And you could literally see the relief on Juke, and she basically tells her, whoever Nicole is, she's a lucky woman. And I was like, I don't know why she ever thought Rock wouldn't support her, because ever since that scene, they seem to have the, closest bond out of the whole family unit. Then we flash to Nicole. She's getting ready. She's putting on her mascara. Her mom is downstairs, keep yelling upstairs at her about taking pictures and all this other stuff. And I'm just like...
And at this point, the inevitable is going to happen, so it's just like, it's tension.
Yeah. So I'm just like, maybe she won't take it. Maybe she will take it. Maybe she won't take it. Like, I'm just all over the place. So she ends up sitting on the bed, and she, to decompress, plays the cassette tape that Juke gave her earlier that day.
Mixtape.
And it was a song that Juke had wrote for her, about her. And at first I was just like, she gonna die listening to, like, Sleeping Beauty style. She had this big white gown on. She had her hair. And then she laid back on the bed like this. And I'm just like, what is happening? So it took one more time for her mom to be like, hey, come downstairs.
You're being rude.
Take these pictures. So she looks in the drawer, and I didn't know what she was looking for, because she pulled something out at first. I'm not sure what it was. And then she put that back in and then pulled out the vial. And as soon as she did that, I
think it was a blunt, but I think she chose not to.
She
smoke
needed
the
something
blunt.
stronger.
I guess.
And she sat on the edge of that bed and she smoked that Mo Better Blue. And she felt something being wrong and tried to get up and unlock the door. And sis ain't make it 2 steps before she fell flat on the floor.
On her face.
And I'm just like,
damn.
Sucks it had to be her.
The day you come out and it was accepted, your girlfriend dies.
Right. Then we flash to Kanan, and he's sitting in the living room watching Arsenio with another vial in his hand. I'm like, why are you walking around with crack on you? But whatever. He sees his mom coming downstairs, so he quickly puts it in his pocket. She sits and kind of watching TV with him, but not really. So she talk about, me, you, and Symphony and Davina should go out on another double date. Oh, BTW. It was nice of you to reach to pay for the meal. How you get money? And Kanan is very good at deflecting. So he flips it and he's like, I've been saving. Oh, yeah, by the way, I ran into Detective Howard again today. Or he ran into me. And he's basically like, ask your mom about me. So she gets super serious, super stone faced, and is basically like, stay away from him. He ain't no good. None of them are. And Kanan is like, okay, say less. Then we flash to Juke. She's anxiously awaiting across the street on the bench for Nicole to pull up in her limo and give her a sign. And every time somebody pulls up, steps out,
like, she's waiting on her dad to come pick her up.
And I'm just like, girl, she ain't coming. Girl, she did. Like, it's gonna be all bad. It's really gonna be all bad.
It's sad.
And older Kanan voiceover was talking about the fairy tale and how happily ever after is a lie in everybody's life. And it's just like, ain't no hope in this show.
Especially in this show in the Shy Boy. God damn.
I was like, this is dark.
It still ain't as dark as like the original Power.
Everybody in the first Power was an adult. And it was the back and forth between him trying to be Ghost and him trying to be St. Patrick. Yeah. So the stakes were more heightened. Like, these people, they just dealing in corners. He was dealing
with political, official,
right, all kinds of stuff. It was more ground to cover.
I was home about the way they kill people was just a lot. It was more extreme.
Yeah. But Rock haven't really been having to kill people.
This is true. Like, it hasn't hit the fan yet. I feel like it's gonna be a season 2 where that's when all that shit is gonna hit the fan, or maybe in the next couple episodes here, perhaps. So.
I don't know. It depends on Kanan, because I mean the story's about him, and he ain't 15 out here killing folk.
True.
So we gotta watch him grow and develop and different stuff like that.
We are realizing that his mom, you can't hide shit from his mom.
She's a mother.
She's gonna find out. Like, literally, at all costs, she's gonna find out.
Her ears to the street. She got too many tentacles. She's well respected. People have their eye on him because of her.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, she know how to fix all the stuff. She the one with the plan. Everybody else is just a part of the plan. So if you hold the plan, you have to know how all the pieces move. And then when they mess up, it's like, dang, we can't get out of this, and we gotta tell her. She gonna find out about these bodies, about this Mo Better Blue. Caps. And it's just, if for no other reason, I feel like Juke is gonna be the one to do it, because the parents have to have found Nicole. They had to have found that that tape that she was listening to, and the drug paraphernalia, and they're gonna link it back to Juke. She gonna try to go to the funeral, but they not gonna want her there, which is why she gotta go to like a vigil or something, and it's gonna all come out.
This is my favorite episode so far.
Yeah, very, very good episode. Very eerie, given the timing of like these comedians and different celebrities who are passing away of overdose.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy too.
I don't even
and for insensitive ass 50 Cent to even
tweet that
and then post about it.
It sucks because it's like he gives very good content. I feel like this is a podcast topic. But he gives very good content and entertainment.
He's an asshole.
But him as a person,
he's a terrible person.
Me, is deplorable. But it's like, your show is good.
But like him as a business person is overall is admirable. But
I don't even know if that's admirable.
Well,
I don't know nothing about his business.
His
shows are good.
Because I listen to audiobooks. But listening to his book, and you know, me and my brother talking about him all the time, I still don't like him as a person, though. But that's just two separate things.
It's hard for me sometimes to be okay with myself watching his shows, but also knowing how he treats women, talk about women, and how he's still a lot of people's persona, like the whole Rick Ross, the real Rick Ross, and then the rapper Rick Ross, like type thievery. It's just, I don't know. And then that tweet today, or the post or whatever he did, and then
stupid. It was insensitive.
Very much so. And that's how they saying he passed away too. Omar. And they say either heroin or fentanyl.
Bro, it's a drug shortage out there, and we were just talking about that. That's crazy. And it was before he had passed away, right? The other guy.
Before we knew about it, it had already happened. That happened this morning.
No, I'm talking
they
about
didn't
the other
release.
Guy.
Oh yeah, no, we talked about that yesterday.
Because of that.
Okay. But anywho, life is hard. Be nice to people. You never know what they're going through. Just say no to drugs. And all of that other jazz.
Comment, and subscribe.
I was about to say, we just went very deep and somber.
What was Reagan's wife's name? God damn. Barbara Reagan, whatever her name was.
Nancy
Reagan. I don't know. I wasn't born there.
I don't know either. I was just throwing it out. Nancy
it is
just
Nancy
seemed
Reagan.
like a good name.
Right.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back next week with another review. Thank you for watching, HomieLoverFriend. Don't forget to watch our other videos. We do vlogs. We're working on some cooking stuff that's coming soon. So, yeah, please subscribe. And
we're trying to grow. We're road
follow
to
us on
100. We ain't gonna say 1,000. Road to 100.
Follow us on Instagram too, because we post a lot on Instagram at HomieLoverFriendPod. Later, y'all.